Okay, so good evening, everyone. So
Good evening,
last
sir.
class, you have learned the basic of computer, the basic icons, how to go into Word, and so on, right? So let me just quickly refresh your mind. Then from there, we will start with today's lesson. So maybe in last class, you would have learned about desktop. This is the desktop, right? And there's all the icons here. This is the start button where you can find a lot of applications. This is the search menu where you can search about what file you want or whatever application you want to open. This is called the taskbar. And this is the clock where you can set the time, date, everything. Can you all remember?
Brother, உங்களோட கீழ உள்ள ஸ்கிரீன் தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது சரியா.
தெரியலையா? எந்த இது தெரியல?
நீங்க ஆமா கீழ ஸ்டார்ட் பட்டன்ல இருந்து தெரியல. அந்த PDF மட்டும் தான் தெரியுது. அதுக்கு அப்புறம் கீழ எதுவுமே தெரியல.
அப்படியே. Okay, just hold on. Let me check why it is not. Can you see now?
இப்பவும் அப்படிதான் இருக்கு. கீழ வந்து தெரியல. முன்ன விட கிளியர் கம்மியா இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு.
Yeah. Okay, now I will share my screen. Okay, so now we will open the Word application. So either you can do it by clicking the start button, then your Word option is, you can find it here, or you can use the search option. You can type it there. Or the other way to do is you can click the Word icon, which is in your taskbar. So today I will just use it from my start button. So I have my Microsoft Word application here. So I click it, open. So now the new Word document is open. Okay. So this is a new file. Okay. So when you open a new file, you will see something like this in your computer also. For some, the icons could be different because the settings could be different, but more or less you can see very similar page when you open a new document. Okay, now if you see here on the left corner, this is called the Microsoft Office button. So this button in the previous version, this is called a file menu. Yes, Farah?
Yes, sir. Can you maximize the screen? This one very smaller.
Is it? Because, okay, let me try to zoom.
I can see maximum, bro.
Yeah, it's already maximum.
Bro, I can see maximum. Maybe you go to the
Yes.
You go to the click on the corner one, then you can see your screen fully. You go on one corner.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Now can?
Is it okay now, Farah?
Yes, yes, sir. Okay, can.
Okay. How about others? Everybody can see my screen?
can see. நான் இப்ப தெரியுது கீழ ஃபுல்லா தெரியுது இப்போ.
Okay, okay, good.
இப்ப ஸ்டார்ட் பட்டன்லாம் தெரியுது. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so this is the Microsoft Office button. So this, when you click this, you can see there is a lot of options here. So here you have, if you want to create a new file, you can click this to open a new file. For example, I click it again. It will ask me to ask whether it is a blank document. So I say, okay, and I create. It creates, opens a new document again. Right, it's like a blank sheet of paper. When you want to write something, you take a new paper, right? Or a new notebook, something like that. So if you want to create something new, you have to go and create new. If you want to open something that you already created before, you should use the open button. So now I click open. It will show all the files that I have. Then I will just choose which file I want. So I just choose one file, for example. Then that file will be open. Okay. Is it clear now? Okay. So, okay, the rest of the options I will just explain a bit later. Okay. So after this, if you look here, the top, can you see? Here. This is called the title bar. Okay. So what the title bar basically says is about what is the file name you are using. So basically, when I create a new file, the computer automatically gives a name, document1, document2, and so on. So that's why you can see it is showing a document name 2. But when you want to save it in any name, you can save it and then the name will appear here. Okay. So what is the name of this? This is called title bar. So now I am going to show you how to save a file. So I go back to the Microsoft Office button and you can see here there is a save button and there is also a save as. Okay, what is the difference between these two functions? When you use save, it will save in the same name that is here. That means when I use this, it will save the file with the same name as document2. When I use save as, I can give a different name. I can save it in a different place. So now I will use save as. And you see, it is asking me for a file name. So now I can just type any name that I want. You can do whatever name. So I just use Lesson-2 practice. Okay, so when I type it, it will ask me where I want to save the file. So you can choose in documents, you can choose in different drive, or you can choose desktop. So for this case, I will just choose desktop and I will save the file, save. So now can you all see the file name change from document2 to Lesson-2 practice? Just now I changed, right? So it is changing here. Can you all follow this? Any doubts on this?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, good. Sajib?
Okay, sir. It's okay.
Okay. Rana, can you understand?
Yes.
Okay, any doubts, please ask. Okay, so that is the difference of using a save as. Okay, now in this document, I can type anything. Okay, again, I type lesson-2 demo. So now I type some words, but I have to save it. If I don't save it, when I close the file, these words will all disappear. So what I have to do, first I have to go and save. So in this time, you can use save option. When I save, there is no change. You see, the file name is still the same. The words, everything is the same, but everything is stored in the computer. So the difference between save and save as is when you want to create a new file, usually you go to the save as, you give the name, what name you want to give to the file, which location you want to save it. So you choose everything, and then from there you can save it. After that, every time when you make changes to your file, you can always use save option. This is the easy way. There is also other uses of save as, which when you go further deep into the lessons in the other classes, I will share. For this class, I think this level of information is enough for you. In the other classes, I will give more uses of save as, what are the other benefits and uses that you can use. Okay. Okay, so now we have learned about Microsoft Office button. We have learned about the title bar. We have learned about new file creation. We have learned about opening a document, how to save it in a location, and then after changes, how to save it. So we have learned so much up to now today. Okay, the next thing we can look now is, this is called the ribbon. So ribbon is this portion. You can see my cursor, right? So this is called ribbon. In the ribbon, you have a lot of different tabs. Usually when you open the file, it is always in home tab. The home tab, you will see all these icons. But when I click here, you can see all the icons change, right? It is like different portion. It is a different tab. So when I click home, I will have all these icons. When I click insert, you will see different icons. You have page layout. You have different purpose. All these have different uses. Okay, so you need to understand what is a ribbon, what is a tab. So in the coming classes, when I instruct you to say, can you go to the insert tab, you should be able to remember quickly where to go and click here. Because I will be telling insert tab, you go and insert a picture or whatever, you should be able to understand what I am telling about. So please remember, this is the ribbon, this is the tabs, home tab. Home tab is the main page, something like a website. When you go, usually you have the home page. Then you have different portions of the web page, right? So similarly, here in Word, you have home page, home tab, then you have insert tab, you have page layout tab, references, mailing, review, and view. So you have all these 7 tabs here. So this is about tabs and how to change to the tab. Okay, any doubt on the tabs and ribbon? Okay. Joseph brother, speed okay then, huh?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
போதும் கரெக்டா இருக்கு.
Okay. Okay, if you all feel anything that I'm going too fast or not clear, please raise your hand or you ask me to explain again. I will repeat again. Okay, don't hesitate. Okay, now I will go to another part of this screen. You can see here, close to the office button, you can see some buttons here. This is called quick access toolbar. This is called quick access toolbar. What it means from the name, anything that I want quick, I can save it here. So there is a save button here for me. I have an undo button here. And you can add actually more buttons here that can be changed. If you see here, there is a, I can do customize lot of commands here. But all these things later stage you can learn. It is not so important now, but you just need to understand what is a quick access toolbar. So anything I want to do quickly, because all these buttons are inside of some of these tabs or some of them from here. Like for example, I have a save button inside the Microsoft Office icon here, but I can keep a shortcut here. So I keep the save button in my quick access toolbar. So this is the function of having a quick access toolbar. Okay. So next is, you can see here, everywhere you can see a small, like a small square with a down arrow here. You can see here, you can see here, you can see here. This is all called dialog box. Okay. So when I click this, a separate dialog box opens and here I can make a lot of changes. For example, in this case, this is for font. I open the font dialog box. So this box, I can have a lot of options how to change the letter size, color, shape. I want to strike or not. So I can make a lot of changes in the font. Okay, so this is called, for example, I just choose this. I go to the font dialog box. Now I can do bold, size change, whatever I can do, and it can change here. So this is one function called dialog box. So this is for font. This is for clipboard. When I click here, it will show about paragraph dialog box. So what are the functions of a paragraph? I can change the space, whatever I can do here. There's more, this is more technical. So later stage, maybe if required, we can cover. Now I will not teach about this, or you just need to know what is a dialog box. In the coming classes, you will learn about this. Okay. So this is called dialog box. The next will be this portion. You can have, this is called a group. You see, there's a lot of different types of the fonts, the sizing, the how it is look like is here. You see here, when I check, go to each icon, it will change. So this is called a group. Okay. So, Farah, any doubt?
No doubt.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, if the normal no spacing hiding, so when I want to type before start, I need to select, or maybe after I type, which line I can select.
Yeah, you can do which line you want, you can select.
So normally I can type all the way.
You can type whatever you want.
Then after,
yeah, ask your question first. Sorry.
then after that, one by one, only example later I want to change some heading different of the size. Example heading 4.
Yes. Okay. I will show you how to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, for example, now I have lesson 2 demo. So today we learned about Microsoft Office button. Then we learned about title bar. Okay. So now I want to change of only this. I want to change this to heading. So I choose this heading. Now, if you see, I select this. I want this to be in a different pattern. So this is not a title. So this one is just a, I want to make it strong. So I choose this, it can change. So you can do whatever you want. You type your information in the file first. Then later you can do all the formatting. So that will be easier for you. But it is up to you. You can also do at the same time. Once you finish this, then you choose this. And if you want to decide, okay, this is a title, I want to keep title, you can also do that. So it depends on how you want to work. There is no hard and fast rule that how you should do. But easy way, the common practice is you can type everything, then you can do the formatting, how you want to look like, so that you can organize and do all the arrangements at a later stage. So now I have changed this. I made a title. I typed some words. Now, can I just go and close the file? Or what should I do now?
So one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, example, you type on the Microsoft Office button, right?
Yes.
Example, I want the Office, Micro Office. The Office, only the Office word I want to be capital. So which one I want to be click capital letters?
Office, you want to be bold, is it?
Yes, yes, yes. Become of only caps letters.
Okay, so now if you see, okay, now I choose everything.
Only Office,
Okay.
because I typing something I want to be highlight. So I
Okay.
want to show this is only for caps letters, Office.
Okay. So you can choose this, you can put the bold.
Okay.
You can see this is bold. If you, okay, I choose everything. I remove the bold. So now if you want to show only Office, I can choose Office. I can put bold. You can see it has become thicker.
So I
If
want to
you
be
want to make it highlighted,
caps letter also, caps letter.
you can choose the highlight. Okay, so you can use different style. You can do whatever you want here. Okay, so now can I just go and close this file, Rana?
Okay.
If I close, what will happen?
Save.
Will the file, all the information save, or all the file disappear?
Save.
No, because after I made all these changes, I did not click the save icon. So I go and save first. Remember this always. Okay. If you don't do this, sometimes you may lose all the information that you have typed. Maybe sometimes you have typed a lot of informations, but if you forget to save, you will lose all the effort that you have done. So always remember to save the file at some point of time. After a few minutes, just click it and save, so that even if the computer hang or something, you can always have the information saved in the computer. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we will see is we will look into the status bar. So if you see here below, this is called the status bar. So what is the function of the status bar? It shows you a lot of information about the file. If you see in this file, there is only one page, right? This is just like one piece of paper that we have in the notebook. Okay, only one piece. So it is showing page 1 of 1. And the file has total of 8 words. If you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. So it is showing how many words are here. Yes, Farah.
Sorry, sir. I want to go pray, sir. Small time.
Sorry?
I want to go pray.
Oh, you want to go to prayer?
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay.
Later I join, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So we can see the total number of words is 8. And we are using English as the language. So that is my default setting. So it is showing English. So this is the status bar. It shows a lot of information about the file. For example, now this file, I will make it into 2 pages. Can you see the changes now? It become page 2 of 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now I click my icon to the first page. Now if you see, it changed from 2 of 2 to page 1 of 2 because the document has 2 pages, but my icon is in the first page. So I'm in the first page of the document and the total document has 2 pages. So this is how it shows. And still 8 words. So I type anything now. The words change. You see, this is considered as one word because there is no space in between. So the word increase. Change it to 9. Now I just delete it. It go back to 8 words. So this is called a status bar. Any doubts on this?
What else, sir?
Okay. The next we will look is the view toolbar. You can see here. This is the view toolbar. Okay, so this is the view toolbar. What it means, this is used for different views. This is print layout view, full screen. You see, when I click this, how I view. View means how you see. That is the view icon. So now you see, it has changed to the full screen reading. So view toolbar has a lot of options. Print layout option, full screen reading, web layout, outline, draft. So this is a different format, how you want to see the file. It is the same file, but how you want to see it. So that is the different purpose of this. So when I want to read something, usually you can use this option to see a full view so that you don't have all the icons in the top, you have a better view, you can use this. Otherwise, normal, you can just keep it in this view. This is just for our how you see this. That's the purpose of this. Any doubts? Okay. If no doubts, then I just want to summarize what we have learned. Before that, anybody got any doubt, you can ask me so that I can again explain if you need to before I summarize.
One more time, can you show the view buttons?
Which one?
The last topic, view.
View, okay. So you can see this view option. This is called the view toolbar. Okay. So view toolbar means how you view the file, how you see the file. Okay. So now if you see, you can see there is a lot of spaces in the side. The page is one by one below, right? So this is called a normal view. This is called in this view. It is now in print layout view. If I want to change it, I click this full screen reading. Now it can change. You see the two pages come side by side. So if I have some books or something or any long passage that you want to read or you want to do whatever you want, you can use this view. So when you finish this view, you don't want to have this view, you can always, here also you can go and change. You can change how you want. You want to see one page view, two page view. There's a lot of options here. So if you don't want to look into this view, you can just close. It will go back to the original condition. Then you have web layout view. So this is like similar to how it is in a website. Usually you will not use this much. Outline, again, this is usually you don't really use these options in your day-to-day usage. It's just for you, good to know. So the common usage usually everybody will use is in this view or this view. The other options is there, but as I said earlier, it's not that you will use it every day when you're using a computer. It's only for certain specific usage. When they want to use, they use it. But otherwise, you just know that there is a view toolbar that is good enough for you for now. For this basic level, this is good enough for you to understand what is this view toolbar, where is it located, how to find this. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody got any doubts in other things?
Awesome.
Okay. So I will again repeat briefly what we learned today. So first we started off how to open a new document, right? So how to open a Word. You can come to the start button, you can find it here, or you can go and type here, Microsoft Word, you can find it here, or you can also open from my taskbar. So there are different ways how you open a file, the Word option. Then we learned about Microsoft Office button. So here we learned about how to create a new file, how I open a new file, how I save a new file in different location with different names. And also we learned about how to save the file after you type a lot of information inside. So this we learned in the Microsoft Office button. Then we looked into the title bar. So title bar is where you can see what is your file name, right? So here is where you can see your file name. Then we learned about ribbons. So this is called the ribbon. In the ribbon, you have different tabs. So how to go between the different tabs? We have to just click on each tab. Then you will see all the icons in the different tab. This is how to see the different tabs. Then what did we learn? We learned about dialog box. Dialog box is opening a separate small box that will open and give you all the options inside that. For example, here, this is a font dialog box. I open. It gives me the options to change the font size, type of font, the whether it is bold or italics, and how I want to format my document. Then we learned about groups. The groups, how to go and change, how to do the formatting, and so on. Correct. Then we learned about status bar. Status bar gives you information about the file, how many pages, your icon, where are you now, in which page are you in the document. Now we are having only 2 pages. Imagine you have a document with 1,000 pages. How you know how many pages? So basically you can see here, you can see it will show 1,000 pages. And where is your icon? That will be shown here. If your icon is in the first page, it will show 1 of 1,000. If your icon is in the last page, it will show 1,000 of 1,000. In this file, we have only 2 pages. So it is showing pages 2. Now my icon is in the first page, so it is showing 1. Now I'm clicking it here. It changes to page 2 of 2. Then you see the total number of words. So how many words are there in this document? The computer automatically calculate for you. Then it shows there is no error, because computer sometimes it will also tell you when you make some spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes, which you will learn later. So in this file, there is no mistake. That's what is showing here. My language that we are using for the class is English. All our document is in English. So it is showing English. This is the status bar. And finally, we learned about the view toolbar. So we have different options here, and we are doing this. Okay, we just repeated about changing to different mode. So this is what we learned today. Any doubts on this?
No, sir.
Okay, can you see this file now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just showing this for you to recollect again one more time whatever I talk. Sometimes maybe you don't understand the spelling or whatever. So you can see here, I show this. This is easy for you. Okay, so can you see recollect again? Microsoft Office button, quick access toolbar. This is the dialog box launcher, title bar, ribbons, group, different tabs. How you select and go to different tabs. Here is your status bar, and you have your view toolbar. Now you can see this. So this one you can remember easily. Okay, so we will share this information to you later for you to remember. But very important, you need to understand all these things. In the future classes, we will be telling you, okay, can you go to the home tab? Can you go to the review tab? So you should be able to quickly change and go to that particular tab. Then you can learn the options inside. So this is how you can learn faster. So you need to remember all these key information. This is very important. This is the basics of the word. If you learn this, then we can communicate in the same language. When I say ribbon, you understand what I'm saying. When I'm saying, can you check your status bar? You should be able to remember and check what I'm saying. Okay? Is it clear? Any doubts?
Okay, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Okay, if no doubts, let me just stop my sharing here.